ที่22 ธันวาคม 2566 เป็นต้นไปหลังจากนั้นเราพุทธศาสนิกชนสามารถบูชาได้ที่ตู้วัตถุมงคลของวัดพระธาตุดอยคำก็ขอเชิญสั่งจองและบูชาได้เพราะตอนนี้เหลือจำนวนน้อยแล้วนอกจากนั้นทางวัดพระธาตุดอยคำก็ยังได้สร้างปฏิทินปีใหม่เพื่อให้ญาติโยมได้นำไปอ่านดูวันที่ดูวันเดือนที่เป็นฤกษ์ดีมงคลดีอยู่ในปฏิทินนั้นหมดเมื่อท่านมาแล้วก็ตั้งน้อยมากก็ขอเชิญทุกท่านที่ได้มาถึงแล้วรีบไปบูชากันด่วน
สวัสดีครับพ่อแม่พี่น้องผู้ใจบุญทั้งหลายที่ได้เดินทางมาจากจังหวัดแดนไกลเพื่อมาขอพรขอบารมีองค์หลวงพ่อพระเจ้าตากใจเมื่อท่านมาถึงแล้วเพียงแต่ท่านจุดธูป3 ดอกเท่านั้นเองแล้วก็ขอพรจากท่านเพียงแต่เราเห็นชื่อของเราพระเจ้าชื่อนี้นามสกุลนี้มาขอพรหลวงพ่อพระเจ้าตากใจชื่อตากใจเรื่องอะไรว่าท่านบางอย่างละเอียดเมื่อเสร็จแล้วบอกว่า
แป้งไปตามนะพาอยู่เนี่ยมาใกล้กัน
แล้วก็กล่าวว่าสาธุสาธุแล้วก็เอาดอกนี้ไปวางไว้ที่โต๊ะถ้าเรามีความปรารถนาต้องการก็ขอกับท่านต่อไปได้เมื่อท่านได้ไหว้สาบารมีองค์หลวงพ่อพระเจ้าทันใจแล้วก็อย่าปล่อยโอกาสทองให้พลาดเชิญท่านทั้งหลายรีบไปบูชาเหรียญหลวงพ่อพระเจ้าทันใจที่ทางวัดพระธาตุดอยคำได้สร้างขึ้นเมื่อท่านบูชาแล้วให้เอาพกติดตัวหมายเลขตัวและขอปฏิบัติว่า
บอกแล้ว
และบูชาได้เพราะตอนนี้เหลือจำนวนน้อยแล้วนอกจากนั้นทางวัดพระธาตุดอยคำก็ยังได้สร้างปฏิทินปีใหม่เพื่อให้ญาติโยมได้นำไปอ่านดูวันที่อ่านดูวันเดือนที่เป็นฤกษ์ดีมงคลดีอยู่ในปฏิทินนั้นหมดเมื่อท่านมาแล้ว
ถ่ายกัน4 คนหน่อยเร็วฝึกคณะมาคณะมาโอ้ยลูกๆเลยคณะมานี่
เดือนที่เป็นฤกษ์ดีมงคลดีอยู่ในปฏิทินนั้นหมดเมื่อท่านมาแล้วก็บูชาเอาไปติดฝาบ้านเมื่อเราอ่านวันเดือนปีหมดแล้ว ก็นำรูปองค์หลวงพ่อพระเจ้าทันใจนั้นไปใส่กรอบบูชาไว้บนหิ้งต่อไปได้ก็เงิน
ทางมาจากจังหวัดแดนไกลเพื่อมาขอพรขอบารมีองค์หลวงพ่อพระเจ้าทันใจเมื่อท่านมาถึงแล้วเพียงแต่ท่านจุดธูป3 ดอกเท่านั้นเองแล้วก็ขอพรจากท่านเพียงแต่เราชื่อของเราข้าพเจ้าชื่อนี้นามสกุลนี้มาขอพรหลวงพ่อพระเจ้าทันใจ
So now we've just gone through one of the temples, do some prayers, and now it's noodle time. We're going up to Mueang, the sticky waterfalls, because Anne's niece wants to see it before they head back to Ubon Ratchapakhinai next weekend. So yes, noodle time, and this noodle time's on the way to Mueang. And I'm going to show you it now. It's pretty busy in here actually. It was hard to find parking. Yes, so this is the noodle place. Oh, where's Anne sitting? And their iced coffee there too. Where is she? Ah, over there. The noodles here are always delicious, and I know Anne's family definitely enjoyed these noodles here. And I did get myself a nice coffee here as well. So all these different soups and noodles, excellent. So, Tong Waterfall. The sticky waterfalls. Back here again. But I'm just going to walk across in front here. Nice and sunny today. Not so rainy. I do wonder whether these fish are natural here or whether they've been put in here. I'm not sure. But you can see lots of them in here. Or the river fish. Really crystal clear though, when you look at it up close. Heaps of them. And you look at where you are. So again, been here a few times. I'm never going to walk down the bottom again though. It's a shit of a walk down to the bottom. But this is the reason why people come up and down it. Because it's that experience of being able to walk directly up a waterfall and it not being slippery. That's why they call it the sticky waterfalls. So outside of the waterfall, this is the sort of view you're seeing here. From where the waterfalls begin just here. And you got some kids come over and play in this small little splash area here. As you can see, people swimming in here. I don't know, I've been here so many times because every time we have someone coming or someone comes here or we want to bring a friend up, they all want to see this place. And so we bring them up here. First time round I go, yeah, it's pretty awesome. And after I'm going, seen it a few times. But it is still beautiful, the drive up here. And look at those mountains behind me. There's nothing like just being in the middle of nature and just chilling out. And if your kids want a little bit of a splash, it's a nice place just to come for a bit of a splash as well. And that novelty of being able to walk up a waterfall where normally in my home country in Australia, it'd be as slippery as hell. You'd basically be sliding down that waterfall and hurt yourself. And that's why I was a little bit nervous, even considering it. And why I haven't done it. There's that psychological aspect to it where in Australia it's all got green moss all over it where you would just slide and fall and hurt yourself. But yeah, it's still beautiful up here. So if you're going to walk down the waterfall, you come to this section here. Got some stairs here. Probably leave your shoes up the top. And you follow this rope all the way down. And apparently there is a slippery route, which is the other route there. But this one here is not slippery apparently. And that's why they have ropes there. Look at people walking up. This probably shows you how sort of stable it is in some regards. See people walking down here. That walk though, it gets so steep going all the way down there. Yeah, it's okay. Nothing overly special, but if you like a good hike, then it's probably worth it. But I see no point doing it a second time. I'm going to say that. So you can have some food here. Fried rice, chicken, a few things on the menu. Tasty. Fried rice. And some smoothie options here. So apart from some food on the menu there, like a small cafe, you've also got a coffee here. So you can order your iced coffee or your hot coffee, whatever you feel like. Toilets here, again, just reminding that these particular places don't have toilet paper. just saying. And after your shower, after you have a swim, if you need a shower, there is showers here as well, so you can have a quick shower and get changed. Not sure whether there's hot water or whether it's just pure cold water here, but there's the options there. Don't know what they're doing here. It looks like they're slowly renovating this place, turning it into some sort of camp area or something. All the old houses have been slowly pulled apart over there. So that was another great meal at the View All Day Cafe. It's the third time I've eaten there and the food's been perfect every time. Definitely give this place a try in Chiang Mai, and the prices are very reasonable as well. So just going for my morning Sunday walk after dropping Anne to work. And yes, in Old Town, trying to hunt down some breakfast. I was going to go to the Blue Diamond Breakfast Club, but they're closed on Sundays, I just realised. And I had a really good bakery last time, that's why I was going there. Anyway, well, let's see what I can find this morning to eat, and I'll show you guys where I'm going to eat. Now, it's going to be a bit of a random selection this morning because I haven't actually looked up where I want to eat this morning. But let's walk through this quiet sort of area here at like 8 a.m. in the morning in Chiang Mai Old Town. I'm just walking down one of the side streets now, and in these side streets you've got a lot of sort of boutique hotels, little cafes. Some of the boutique hotels even serve different types of breakfast. And but for me, not sure what sort of breakfast I feel like this morning. There's the main road just up there, the main circle that I've just come out at. What road am I on? There you go, for those that want to know the road I'm on. Mueang Road, Soi 9. Let's walk down. So, Good Shot Coffee Bar, Hotel Clay, Chiang Mai. Red buses, always a good way to get around. I know where I am now. Where I can get a good breakfast. Now it's funny, people always criticise. A lot of people get criticised for moving to places like Thailand, and but I don't think they fully understand why we do it, and they don't need to. And you don't need to explain why you move to places like this. But beautiful temple. This is one of the more older temples here that they always bring you on the temple walks. Wat Chiang Moon. Beautiful temple inside. But yes, getting back to my conversation. One of the reasons why, criticising why people move to countries like this, is it to escape Western life? Is it to escape ex-partners? Who knows? Is it just to retire? Is it to be with your partner? There's so many reasons why people come to these countries, like Thailand, like Philippines, like whatever it is. And it's okay to live life the way you want. And you don't have to listen to the judgments of others. Like people will say, oh, you're this, you're that for doing this. Or you're just after a mail order bride. Or they make all sorts of negative comments. But what I say to people is, think about the life you actually want to live. Think about what's important to you in life. What brings meaning and value to you in life. And is it just about the adventure? That's fine. Come here, live a bit of an adventure. And then when you're ready, return home if you want to. But if we listen to the judgments of others and what they're actually all the time, then we're never going to live our dreams. We're never going to live a life that we want to live. And many people don't ever have the courage to make that move, to go embrace life in their own way. Because they're too scared, because everyone says, oh, if you do this, it's not going to work, or you're going to fail, or you're not going to succeed, or that's a stupid idea. And because you get all these comments, you just don't act on your dreams. You don't act on what you really want in life. You sit there in that secure little safe office job because it brings that security, brings that stability. There's no risk. It's just stable. Problem with that is you can get caught up in the, as I like to call it, the hamster wheel, where you just go around and around and around, and before you know it, 20 years are gone and you haven't really lived your life. Oh, here's somewhere new I haven't tried. It says, come on, cafe and restaurant. Maybe I'll just take a little bit of a break in my conversation and get back to it. But yes, let's give this place a try. Coffees, smoothies, breakfast. Oh yeah. Okay, well that was a pretty nice breakfast there at Come On Cafe and Restaurant. The sausages were actual, you know how you want those breakfast sausages in Western countries? Well, they actually had proper Western sausages there, not just those hot dog things which a lot of places serve when you're actually having breakfast, big breakfasts and stuff like that. Bacon was okay. Yeah, I enjoy my breakfast, my yogurt and salad and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, probably go back there. It's nice. Anyway, it's always good to find somewhere new or try somewhere different here. And I'm always finding a new little unique place to have breakfast when I start walking around Old Town. And let's continue our walk anyway. Yeah, so getting back to my conversation, it's important to live your dreams. It's important to basically map out exactly what you want in life, even if you think it's completely impossible. Map it out. Do your big project plan on a Word document. Weigh up all the pros and cons. Work out exactly how you're going to break down all the barriers to do it. And just freaking give it a go. It's kind of like you're either going to fail or you're going to succeed. But if you don't try, you just don't know. And yeah, I don't know. I have no regrets, really. I suppose I have one or two moving here, a few. And I had to leave here and I decided to stay here for various reasons myself. But to be honest, it's been a good choice overall, staying here in this place. And lucky enough, I've met Anne. We're very happy together, and life's good. So I can't really complain. So yeah, I do recommend taking chances. It was a big gamble. Come here on holidays and end up staying. You just don't know what's going to happen. But impulsive decision, but in some regards, but a good one. But for years I had thought about living in different countries for about 20 years plus. I remember in my 20s I was trying to figure out how could I go to England and get a work as a social worker there. Never actually happened. I did get over there and go for some job interviews, but due to an ex-partner I just never left. And I think when I left the partner before, I did make that final choice at some point to say, you know what, I've got to start living my dreams and stop putting my dreams on hold for everyone else around me. And coming here, yeah, in hindsight, it's the best choice I've ever made, deciding to stay here, and love it. Some local street food restaurant. Oh no, I felt like a bit of a restaurant breakfast. Usually during the week I'm eating Thai food all the time. And that looks nice, looks like noodles. 50-60 baht breakfast. Yeah, if you eat a Western breakfast though and you're living here, it's going to cost you a bit. It's going to cost you, if you want one of those sort of full English breakfasts, then expect to pay between 200 and 300 sometimes. But, because it's not cheap. Anything you buy Western here is going to cost you more. But if you want your simple Thai breakfast, like I often get, then it's probably about 50 baht. But yeah, people criticise us guys for moving here. It's mainly the guys they criticise, girls. Yeah. They move here, they live their life and everything, they don't get criticised for it. But when guys come here, we get called passport bros. We get called, we're trying to escape. And find a submissive woman we can control, which is all bullshit, really. Yeah, so us Western guys, we get criticised for dating Thai women. We get called passport bros. We get criticised by the feminist movements who think that we don't want strong women, that we want a woman that's submissive, that we want a woman we can control. Yeah. Just reflecting on that, it's all real bullshit. I'm saying that again. And the reason I say that is because you can't control, I don't control Anne. Anne does what she wants. She goes off and lives her dreams. She says, oh, can I try this? Can I try that? I say, go. I go, if they're your dreams, they're your hopes, go live them. It's kind of like, I support her in what she wants to do. She supports me in what I want to do. And we're a good couple. So it's not about control and dominance there and or having a submissive partner. It's just having a partner that bloody respects you in life. And with every country, there's good and bad women, there's good and bad men. There's, yeah, you're going to find a good or bad partner in everything. The only thing in Western culture, though, is that a man marries. He has a few kids, works for 20 years, develops a great life. But if he gets divorced, his life's pretty much fucked in Western society. That's the reality. Like, going through divorce is not a nice thing. I've been through it. And I'm still being stalked and harassed by my ex-wife. And I left her in 2019. She's still dragging me in and out of court trying to get money out of me. And, but that's what happens when you go through divorce in Western countries. You get screwed over as a man a lot of the times. Yeah. Women get screwed over too in divorce in different ways, but the majority of the time, it's men that end up with nothing. It's men that lose all their house. It's men that lose regular contact with their children. It's men that just generally suffer and their mental health declines quite rapidly. It's men that face a lot of the false allegations thrown at them just so the other partner can win custody of the children. Like, I think in Australia, I was reading something somewhere where it said that Australia is one of the highest countries in the world for false allegations in the family court, for example. And the successive Labor governments have taken out things like perjury in the family court. So you can lie out of your ass in the family court of Australia and get away with it. Because Gillard government many years ago, who was a female Prime Minister, said, oh, it's okay to lie in the family court, so let's take perjury out. And then the latest Labor government just took out parental alienation. So really, as a man in Australia, you get divorced, face a few allegations, and yeah, you lose everything. And there's nothing you can do about it. Like, even in Australia, if you get divorced in Australia, the woman can run off with the kid and not actually ever give you access again, make up all different sorts of stories. Men could do the same, of course. And, yeah, just never see your kids again, unfortunately. And I'm facing that drama right now, where I'm not seeing my son, been a victim of parental alienation from my previous ex-partner, who was really toxic, abusive narcissist, unfortunately. Took me a while to get over that psychologically and heal. But I'm diverting from the topic anyway of people living their dreams, people finding their own peace, finding their own direction in life. Let's go and just have a quick look at this temple on a more positive note. Well, that's a really beautiful temple inside. Love the paintings behind me there on the wall. Every temple you go to in Chiang Mai, whether it's up in the mountains, whether it's in town, are all beautiful. But yeah, I don't want to dwell too much on the negativity. I experienced hell for over 10 years, and then post-separation as a guy, continual harassment, stalking, using false allegations, all sorts of things I faced as a guy. And I'm a social worker by trade. I've spent my life helping people, healing people. And unfortunately, I got involved in a really abusive relationship where my daughter suffered, who's now over 18. My son's continuing to suffer, being alienated from his sister, being alienated from me, his paternal side of the family. The Family Court of Australia allows you to do all that. I don't know, you can drag on for 5-6 years. You could leave sometimes they leave the child with the most abusive parent, and then it takes 4 or 5 years to flip custody or something like that. And there's a lot of damage that happens in parental alienation to the child as they get older. Because when they're younger, they don't know why they're not seeing the other parent. All they hear is the story of one side of the parent. And it does do a lot of damage to these kids. And I know my son's going to suffer because he potentially believes that I've abandoned him, the paternal side's abandoned him. But more than anything, I would love him to be here with me in Thailand and send him to an international school here and let him really experience life and how wonderful it is, and just here just generally. And maybe I'm a bit optimistic about Thailand and positive, and I am. I love Thailand. I love the place. And yeah, there's good and bad in every country as well, but I love my life here in Chiang Mai, and I'd love to share that with my son. Maybe one day, if I'm lucky, he'll see these videos and he'll just go, yeah, his mother was lying a lot to him. His mother was deceiving him a lot about the paternal side not wanting to see him. I can only hope, that he does reach out at some point and I can tell him the truth of what's happened, because right now he has this whole belief that his sister doesn't want to see him, I don't want to see him, his mum, his grandparents don't want to see him, all his cousins don't want to see him. And it's sad. And yeah, it's a horrible situation for anyone to go through. And I spend a lot of time sort of helping other people heal from these sorts of things. And I have done that for over 25 years, helping people escape abusive relationships, helping people heal with their mental health, all sorts of things I've done in my time. And I love being a social worker. I love helping people. But right now, even here, I found so much peace. I found a happy relationship. I found good life. It's just peaceful here. Even just walking through these side streets in the morning in Chiang Mai on a Sunday, so quiet. I love going up into the mountains, just sitting around a temple and just chilling out. And even by the waterfall yesterday up in the mountains, just chilling out. I think I found my place in life, you know. Who knows, maybe I'll return to Australia at some point. But for now, I'm living life. I'm enjoying it, and I'm finding peace in the simple thing. There's a lot to be said for that saying, stop and smell the roses. Because life can pass you by so fast if you let it. But if you stop for a minute and you just really take a look around with all your senses, like what am I seeing, hearing, smelling, touching, that pure mindfulness. I've just got a cat walking around my legs here, just purring, and don't know where this cat came from, Thai cats. And yeah, right down here on the ground. Where is he? Ah, there he goes. Yeah, that's the advice I'd give to people. It doesn't matter where you're living, what country you're living in. Just stop sometimes. Slow yourself down. Enjoy the simple pleasures in life. The simple bits of happiness in life that you can find. Embrace your life. Life's short. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. So embrace now. Those interested in meditation, Chiang Mai Old Town here looks like a meditation training centre. And I've walked in this temple before. It's quite beautiful actually. So let's go in and check it out. So that's the name of it there. Looks like they're doing a bit of work. But yeah, meditation training centre. Well, if you're going to meditate, this is the perfect place to do it. Nice gardens. Beautiful old structures. So you just walk down these side streets in Chiang Mai Old Town and you're going to come across all sorts of beautiful things here. All sorts of beautiful structures. But yes, you can easily sit here and just meditate and chill out in this place. Let's take a little bit of a walk out the back. I don't think I have before. Let's see what's here. Always love these bells. They have a nice ring on them. Beautiful, just out the back here. Oh, what's this over here? So this is the way I live life now. I'll walk around, and the reason I got into photography and vlogging to a degree, part of it was to show my parents what I was up to and what I was doing in my family. But the other part of it was just to stop, slow down, and actually just enjoy some of these things. Look at this saying, letting go, the key to peace and bliss. A lot of wisdom in that, I've got to say. Oh, what's down here? Don't know, it looks like another temple complex. Oh, there's temples everywhere here. All sorts of side streets and old houses. Look at that old wooden house. Nice design. So look at that house. Real traditional sort of design there. Gotta love it. You just never know what you're going to find when you walk down side streets in Chiang Mai. Where am I? I just went, where am I for a second? I'm getting myself lost. But anyway, let's turn this off for a second. Okay, to give people context. This is the road I'm on now. But yeah, everyone has their different reasons for moving. But it's not about whether you move to Thailand, whether you move to a different country. It's about what sort of life do you actually want to live? What life do you want? That's what it's about when you come to places like this. I just wanted a quiet, more peaceful life. Away from all the drama of some of Western society, I guess in the end I decided. And away from some of, to a degree, different sorts of politics, I don't know, all the woke politics, or the left, the right. I don't care about politics at all, really, at the end of the day. I just want people to get along in harmony, and they don't. Because the left is pushing theirs, the right is pushing theirs, the centre is pushing theirs. Everyone's pushing something out there. And I'm just over it all. I just want to live this calm life, focusing on living a positive life, focus on enjoying life and enjoying those simple moments, those simple pleasures, whether it be walking by a waterfall and just watching the water fall down the hill, whether it be going for a road trip and enjoying everything I see, or just randomly stopping my car somewhere because the scenery's nice. Or even with Anne, sometimes we just have those quiet nights where we do absolutely nothing and we just relax. We find some random street food place and we sit and just have a bite to eat. It's about just enjoying the ambience of the place. And yes, I go out filming stuff, so people who are tourists visiting here get to see different things, get to get an idea of what they want. But even if you're looking at moving here, and you need any sort of tips, there's so many good YouTube channels out there. I occasionally give tips. But there's a lot of good ones out there. If you're looking at dating, you got like Thailand Bound or Thai Talk with Dan. He has some good stories to tell. And Autumn in Asia, he's traveling all over the place. He's over in Cambodia at the moment, living there, doing his YouTube. But people are always, there's so many good channels out there, there's just too many to actually mention. But I watched a lot. Like even before I started looking to date in Thailand, I did watch Thailand Bound a lot. Just because he had some really sort of watch out for red flags. But when you look at some of his red flags, you can put a lot of his dating red flags down to any culture really, not just Thai, but Western as well. And there's risks in dating, as I've mentioned before. Doesn't matter where. It's just unfortunately there's more risks in the West for Western men dating. Especially if you're a guy with assets. Even that. A guy with assets dating in the West. It's such a bloody risk. Just say you're in your 40s. Single, no kids. Now, if you end up in a relationship in the West at that age, you have a kid with them, before too long you've lost everything if you go through a divorce as a guy. All those years of working, pretty much out the window. You could be spending hundreds of thousands of dollars just in family court alone. It doesn't really give much incentive for a guy with assets to get married in the Western world anymore. Even here you've got to be cautious. In this country, like Westerners cannot own land here unless you do it through some sort of complex business transaction. I noticed some guys though, they might buy a house out in Nissan or something like that, but then what they do, they put some sort of 30-year lease against it so you can do leasehold at least. So if the relationship breaks down, they've still got a house to live in until the leasehold runs out. So there's that side of things as well. Most guys end up, I guess, buying condos because they can own them outright here in this country. But yeah, you take risks here as well. But regardless, if you don't take chances in life, you just never know what's possible. But anyway, I'm just walking up the Taipei gate here. If you're coming to the Sunday markets as well, this is the main street. You come down Taipei Gate and walk in here. It gets so crowded here on a weekend. Oh my God, on Sunday night. It's terrible. Well, let's stop filming for a sec. The thing I like about Taipei Gate, there's always different types of functions going on here all the time. This function must have been on Saturday night. Always crowded here with the pigeons. But I'm going to continue my walk. There's like some sort of closed markets going on. All sporting stuff here in Chiang Mai Old Town today. All your various gym gear and hats. Oh, I better not get tempted. I'm thinking of replacing the hat I'm wearing. Going there, I'll spend money. So if you like these sort of videos, or if you've got any suggestions on on restaurants you'd like me to check out, or places you would like me to travel to around Chiang Mai or outside of Chiang Mai within day trips, then yeah, leave the comments below and recommend some places, because I love exploring new places. Or if you've got any questions around moving to Chiang Mai, living here, ask away. It's kind of like, maybe I'll have the answers, maybe I won't, but always happy to help. Anyway, if you like these videos, please subscribe and help me continue to grow this channel. Thanks a lot.